Hey guys, this is the Crafting Kelty here with another episode of PokeDécks. Now, I just want to say a few things. This show is going to change a little bit. Now, if you guys know anything about the Diamond Minecart, is that he had a previous channel named Pokemon Dan Level 45, where there he had a show called PokeClass. I decided that I'm going to change the show so it'll be a little bit more like PokeClass, because honestly, I like that format a lot better. So, with that out of the way, let's get on with the review. With Primal Clash out, we have tons of new cards in our format. Today we'll be talking about one of those cards, Mega Gardevoir EX. Now first of all, let's look over the card Gardevoir EX. Now, right off the bat, this card is really nothing special at all. It has an average HP, and it also an average retreat cost, but for an EX, you don't want average, you want something superior, something great. Its 2 attacks are not exactly the best either, especially when they're capped out to 100 maximum to 3 energy, which is really not good. It's just not gonna hold in the format when it has such weak attacks. That's where Mega Gardevoir EX comes in. Now for Mega, it does have a little bit of lower HP than usual, but it also does have a semi-decent retreat cost, but its attack is what really makes it stand out. What attack does is for 1 fairy and 2 colorless, you do 30 damage times the number of fairy energy on your side of the field. Now this is an extremely powerful attack, as with just 6 fairy energy on your field, you're going to be automatically doing 180 damage. This is crazy, as Fairy has a lot of support right now. There are many cards that can help this, and it's just going to be a very powerful deck. Now of course, because Mega Gardevoir is a Mega, it's going to be a little bit harder to set up, especially with that dreadful thing where you have to end your turn when you Mega Evolve. Thankfully, we do have a Spirit Link for Mega Gardevoir, but at the same time, that means you're going to be taking up a tool slot, and that tool may be eliminated with something like starting Megaphone. But for such a powerful card like this one, I think it may actually be worth it to run the Spirit Link to help Mega Gardevoir in its core. Now, there's a lot of support, as I said, for fairies. Now, basically, the main fairy support card is Aromatisse. With its ability Fairy Transfer, you can universally move fairy energy around your field. This is very helpful if you need that one last energy just to power an attack. Let's say you have like 2 energy on Mega Gardevoir, you need that third one on it, you can just easily use Aromatisse. It is very good, it allows synergy, it allows consistency, and it will really help the deck run. And Aromatisse is a stage 1, which nowadays it is a little bit easier than it was like let's say 2 formats ago where it was practically impossible. But now, with the new format, with some of the new rules, it is feasible to fit a stage 1 like Aromatisse because it has such a powerful ability. So it's going to be a great support for this deck. Another great card that you will need is just the regular Xerneas. Now the Xerneas is very powerful. What it does is basically just allows energy acceleration in the early game. Now, the thing that Fairy doesn't really have is a way to get energy very quick, and that's where Xerneas gets in. Like, with its attack for 1 energy, you could just easily take 2 fairy energies from your deck and put them on 2 of your Pokemon. And with Aromatisse's ability, you can use that and shuffle it around. That's what makes this deck powerful. This deck has a lot of consistency and acceleration. The only downside to it will be that Mega Gardevoir EX may be a little bit hard to get in. Now, in addition to this, you will need some other cards, as you cannot just run just straight up 2-2 Mega Gardevoir line, as that's not exactly a high amount of attacking. So, to play alongside Mega Gardevoir, I have added a Xerneas EX. Xerneas EX is not the most powerful EX card out there, but it's still a great card. Now, with amount of support that fairies have, Xerneas EX is actually a pretty good EX. It could do some damage, it may help you win the game. Adding to this, because you have so much energy, acceleration, and consistency with the energy, I would add a Mewtwo EX, as this will help the deck a lot. Especially when you're facing other Mewtwo's, it's gonna just allow you the extra knockout. And with cards such as Max Potion, it's gonna be easy to heal up right away. So, moving on to the deck list, you'll see that we have those 15 Pokemon right there. We have a 2-2 line of Mega Gardevoir, a 3-3 line of Aromatisse, as I think Aromatisse is the most important card in the deck. We have 1 Xerneas EX, the 3 regular Xerneas, and 1 Mewtwo EX. For the trainers, we have 4 Sycamore or Juniper, 4 N, 1 Skyla, 2 Chorus, and 1 Lysander. These are your typical supporters for any deck nowadays. You need that 4 Sycamore and 4 N. Skyla is not exactly the most necessary card, but I think it's very useful because you need some cards for a fairy deck. You might need that Starling Mega Flow, you might need that Tool Retriever, you might need that Fairy Garden, you never know. 2 Chorus, as you are going to be filling up your bench with this deck a lot. You're going to need a Gardevoir EX, you're probably going to need a Aromatisse, you're going to need a regular Xerneas, you might need another attacker with Mewtwo EX. Your bench is going to fill up pretty easily. In this card, Chorus is just very powerful when you have a decent sized bench. Now for the items, we have 2 Max Potions. Max Potion is very helpful as you can just heal up Mega Gardevoir with a semi-high HP, not as high as most Mega Pokemon, but still pretty high in general. So, and with the Aromatisse, maybe to shuffle around the energies, Max Potion is a must. We have 2 Versus Seekers, which, like, what else should I say? Versus Seeker is just a powerful card in general. Just get an easy supporter for a turn. Very nice. You have 4 Ultra Ball, as you need a lot of Pokemon really in this deck to really run it well. You need that Gardevoir, you need that Xerneas, you need that Aromatisse. So Ultra Ball is just a very helpful card. With this, we also have 1 switch just in case, as sometimes that maybe that Spritzee is gonna be stuck in the active position and you don't have a Fairy Garden, or maybe it's asleep, and because of that you need that switch. We have 2 Starling Megaphones, and this is a very important card as soon as that Gardevoir comes out, you are pretty much screwed as you can't shuffle around your energy, which is one of your most powerful abilities. So with the Starling Megaphone, you can actually get rid of that tool on the Gardevoir and then be able to use your abilities once again. With this, we actually have 1 Tool Retriever as you need the Spirit Link on Gardevoir EX. Now the thing is, with this Spirit Link on Gardevoir EX, you're not going to be able to put a Muscle Band. That's where Tool Retriever comes in. With Tool Retriever, you'll be able to just go pick up that Gardevoir Spirit Link and put a Muscle Band, as that can be really helpful in certain situations. With that, we also have 1 Superior Energy Retrieval just in case you may find yourself discarding a lot of energy cards in the early game, so you need this card just in case. As our Ace spec, I decided to run Dowsing Machine as there's some trainers that you might want to use again, and sometimes it may be a prize card, so you want that Dowsing Machine just in case. We also have 2 Fairy Gardens, so we have free retreat cost on every single fairy Pokemon here. It is actually, wait, no, not every single fairy Pokemon, every single Pokemon with a fairy energy on it, and that is very, very helpful overall. And we also have, as I said before, 2 Gardevoir Spirit Link, and we have 3 Muscle Band for extra damage. In the energies department, we have 9 Fairy Energy, and we also have 2 DCE. The DCE is mainly for Mewtwo EX and the Xerneas EX, and it's mostly for the Mewtwo EX, as you know, with a X-Ball, you need a DCE for an early X-Ball, and that could just win you the game automatically. For free space, we only have 1. Now, there's not a lot more you can add into this deck, but you could take some cards out that you might not want, maybe like take out 1 Ultra Ball, maybe take out one of the DCEs, I don't know. But if you do, you may be able to run some more Pokemon that you might think are important for this type of deck. Now, some recommendations I will have is an easy 1-1 line of Ninetales from the set Primal Clash. Now what Ninetales does is basically makes it so the players cannot put down a stadium card. Now if you have your stadium card in play, Fairy Guardian, which is it is one of the most essential cards for this deck, as you want that free retreat cost all around, you might want that Ninetales just so you can confirm that free retreat cost for the whole game. Now of course, if you have a Gardevoir in play, that may be a little bit harder as the ability is shut down, but it's still nice to know that most of the time you will have that Fairy Guardian. Okay, so that's basically sums up the whole deck for Mega Gardevoir. I see it having great potential in our format. If you want to see a game of this deck, I highly recommend watching TCGZapdos video. Now if you look in the description below, or in the sidebar, not in the sidebar, but if you look in the description below or somewhere in this video, you'll be able to see a link to TCGZapdos video of Mega Gardevoir. I honestly think it is excellent. It really shows the power of the deck and how good it is, and he also shows you how powerful Ninetales is as a card. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed and see you guys next time.